Hi, welcome. On this video, I'm going to be, again, performing task-specific service dog training with Coco. Coco's here for phase 4 training. And in this exercise, the focus is going to be on picking up objects, as well as the assist the stand exercise. I have the chair out here to assist in that exercise, as well as Polly is also out here. Again, in her helper role, as part of adding some distraction to this exercise to help to increase expectations. Because here's the thing, service dog training, you want to make sure the dog is really focused on what the owner needs and what they need help with. And so being out into the public, where you have other distractions going on, such as you could have another service dog nearby, you have people coming over. And again, I mentioned this in another video, is I know a lot of service dogs, in terms of, do not pet. You don't want people petting your service dog. And certainly you don't want that to happen a lot. But, how I approach training is that if I desire or want perhaps somebody to pet on Coco, she should be at a high enough level that that's not going to throw everything off, okay? That she's going to accept the petting as a follower to me, or as a follower to the owner. So even here as I'm talking, see me kind of tap at the leash as she's turning around, wanting to look at Polly a little bit. I'm continuing to nudge her a little bit. And so the nudging part is just to say, hey, stay focused on me. Don't worry about Polly or anything else right now. I'm in control, okay? And I talk about being in control. It's about what's reasonable, okay? It's about relationship change. That's the focus. So here in this exercise, I'm going to be going around the area here, getting her to pick up the various objects that I placed out here. Some, again, are meant to cover off different shapes, different textures. Okay, I have a couple of new objects I'm using. And so the idea is to cover off with enough objects so that no matter what type of object falls on the floor, maybe something that perhaps I haven't practiced, because I've covered off on enough of the objects, she's still going to pick up that object, whatever that object is, because it gets impossible to use every object imaginable. The idea is through training and through really making sure I'm feeding at a high level, that if I ask her to pick up an object, that she's just going to pick it up for me, or for the owner when she goes back with the owner. So here I'm going to have her picking up these various objects as we go along. For the focus of this exercise, again, in my last video, you will have seen the framework for this. But here, what I'm doing is, again, it's all about every time I perform an exercise, it's about, the goal is to increase expectations. So part of the increase expectations is, for this exercise, is I want her to pick them up without fully engaging from the full, taking them off the floor, to sit, to me taking them out of her mouth without me assisting her in doing that. Okay, and I want her to go into a nice sit position. So I want the exercise to become more solid, okay, and that's the goal here as I do this, okay. But at the same time, again, I'm going to be working on the distraction part of it. So I will be nudging her at times if I notice that she's investing in Polly. I want her to totally ignore Polly. I want her to focus on what I want, and then I'm going to move into the chair part of this. I have a couple of objects lined up over here too for the chair that I'll be putting on the floor for that part as well. And then getting into the actual stand, or assist the stand exercise as well. So I'm going to be adding all the different kind of elements into this exercise, and I will be rewarding her, okay? I'll be motivating her through reward, again, based on where we're at in the process in terms of relational change. Now motivation takes on different contexts, okay? But initially, the focus is on the method, making it, working in such a way that's going to create relationship change, advocate properly to fade me in. So here, we're going to start moving around, and I'm going to let Polly go at the same time as I do this little exercise. So I let her out. She comes out. I'm going to start to move around here a little bit. You see Coco's tail wagging here. Sit. Get it. Sit. Out. Good girl. That was really good. Really. Oh, let's go over these objects too. That was really good. Sit. Get it. Sit. Sit. Out. Good girl. That was really excellent. Really, really, really good. That was a big object. Sit. Get it. Sit. Sit. Out. Good girl. That was great. Really gentle. She wasn't putting a lot of pressure, just enough pressure to pick it up. Sit. Putting all these in my pocket here just to get them out of the way. Again, same thing. I'm standing here. I'm not going to move to the other object. I want to take my time. Again, the focus is on not moving fast. Sometimes just take your time because you want her to be, dog to be in the right state of mind. Okay, really focus on, again, through the method, through how I'm speaking the language of the method. I want to make sure she's focused on through me. I don't want her looking at Polly here. Move forward. Now, there's two objects pretty close to each other, so I'm going to direct her towards the one I want first. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Come on, get it, get it. I'm going to get her to get this one first. Get it, take it, get it, get it, get it. Follow. Sit. Coco. Get it. Get it. Good girl. Sit. Out. Good girl. A little confused because both of them are very close together here, but again, just when you encounter a situation like that where, the dog seems a little bit confused, and especially here, she's more motivated perhaps to get the other object, okay, because in her mind, that object here, the blue one, was one I started with her at the very, very beginning. So she's more kind of like, it's kind of like a little bit more motivated to want to get the blue pipe. But again, I just keep encouraging, that's what you do. Pick up the one I want, should be able to direct her to get the one that I want. There's two objects, you want to be specific, just take your time. You want the dog to get the same, and tap her out of it, she's looking at Polly a little bit. Coco, get it. Sit. Sit. Girl, I want to chew on that one a little bit. Same thing. Tap her out. Sit. So here when you do this type of thing, again, multitasking, right? So, I'm tapping her to make sure she's not investing in Polly. And at the same time, going to send her towards this object here in a minute. Going a little closer to it. Sit. Get it. Sit. Out. Good girl. Okay, that was really good. Now I'm going to move around here. I'm going to empty these objects out of my pocket. Sit onto the desk here before I continue on. Sit. Down. Put her into a down position. So same thing, if you're out into a store or something and you're really focused on something, it's always best to put the service dog into a down position, okay? Especially if you're just starting, still working on the relationship side of things, that's just very helpful. So I get all the objects here. Coco, sit. Yeah, be careful, don't call your dog the wrong name. We've got 3 dogs in here right now, so you don't want to get the names mixed up. Not that it's going to cause chaos with everything you're doing, but try to get the name, don't do what I did. Same thing. So here I'm going to move around. Ollie's going to check the things out here. Sit. Sit. Down. This is the thing about Coco. Coco's got a lot of drive. I mean, she's like a high caliber dog. She's got a lot of energy, a lot of drive, and that can be challenging, okay? Especially if the dog has gained a lot of control in the relationship with their owner. This can be a really challenging task, and for me, again, putting a little bit more work into it, that's part of it, okay? Because again, working with the dog that the person has had, I mean, he's had Coco for a while, and rather than me just say, well, you need to get another dog, which would be heartbreaking for people, it's me being able to say, you know what, we're going to get your dog trained up for service dog training, even though it's going to take more work because the dog's gained a lot of control of the relationship. That's just part of it. So, because here's the thing, you can get another dog, and you could still be very challenging because, every dog has, some dogs can have a higher level of relationship need to begin with. So just part of the course, but the thing to focus on is if you get the method right, the process is correct, then everything's going to work out okay in the end. Okay, you're not going to be able, not going to have to worry about you know, making excuses, or you know, it might take more work, but you know that you're following the right path. So sit. We're going to move around here just a little bit. Go. So when I go into the chair exercise, it's the same thing. I tap her back. If I'm moving forward, same thing. I want her to stay right at my side. If I stop, she stops. I stop. She. So here, what I'm doing here, say one dog to be trained is a default sit. If I'm moving forward here, I'm going to do a little reminder for her to work on this. So here what I do is just keep establishing the default sit. So I move forward, I stop, I want her to put the brakes on. I stop, down. She goes into a down position. I tap even here a little bit, even if she's in a down position. I don't want her investing in poly. See? Move forward. Again, I stop, she stops. This is how you want to make sure the service dog is performing, you know, really solid. I focus. Hey. Let me do this one more trip around here. This is good too to add this in if you're, especially if you're working at a higher distraction exercise. This pulls the mind back. Okay, this really forces her to really focus more on me. She's thinking about wanting to focus on poly. What I'm doing is I'm increasing expectations with this little fast stop exercise here. Down. Sit. And move around again. Down. Sit. One more time here. Doing really well. And then this next turn, next time around, I'm going to go right into the chair exercise here. So coming around. Now, if I want her to line her up here, it's like, just kind of use the leash to communicate. This is what you want. So I want stability. I don't want any, hey, looking towards poly. So she's kind of caught in between the distraction exercise right here, right in front of her, the poly right to her left. And so this is, you know, this is a great, I don't want her to go into a down unless I tell her to. See? So this will mimic, again, this mimics being out, could be in a restaurant. I'll tap her a little bit here. I don't want, like I said, if you're doing this type of exercise, you know, I always want to work at an offset angle here so you can see if the dog is wanting to try to invest in another dog, you can interrupt that. So here I don't want any investment. Okay? I'm going to move her over here. You want to make sure too your dog is like an inch or two away from the chair, away from your body. You don't want any touch. You want to keep a little bit of a gap here down. Even here, for example, I don't want the dog to go right, kind of go floppy here. I want, see that? See how she repositioned into a prone position? Same thing, I want her prone. I don't want her sprawled to the side with her legs sticking out. You know, I'm going to encourage her to kind of get her legs under here. There we go. Sit. exercise. So first thing I'm going to do is I got a remote, an old remote control that I'm not using. And she's had trouble, not trouble, but yeah, it's trouble, okay, for her. She's wanting to eat the owner's remotes, okay? So part of the exercise here is to get her to, for me to put influence over these in different exercise. But even what does laid out this remote and interrupted that state of mind she's wanting to invest in. Because here's the thing, you see dogs that are, that are eating people's footwear and socks. It's what is the strongest scent to the dog. Dog has control issues to begin with, and so they're going to want to consume those items, okay, with the scent on them, the strongest scent. But the problem is that the dog, you got a relationship problem to begin with. Okay, that's the real problem, and the the result of that state of mind being expressed and how control is manifesting, then you end up having objects destroyed. Okay, just keep that in mind if you're dealing with destructive behavior or a dog taking certain things. You're going to go to the strongest scent because it's about fulfillment. It's wrong fulfillment, okay, but it's about control. Okay, it's about them feeling sated, satisfied, fulfilled through control, and it's an association that's made through that owner to certain objects that carry more scent. Okay, but again, the solution is the method. Okay, the method is going to fix it. So again, I'll put this down. I don't want her to go at it until I tell her to. Coco, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Sit, sit. Hey, get it. Coco, get it. Now here, this is a new object. I've just introduced this to her this way. Coco, get it. Get it. Sit. Out. Good girl. That was great. Especially where this is something brand new, and especially where, you see this is putting more pressure onto her because of where Polly's at. Okay, and so this will affect the dog's state of mind more. Okay. Now I'm going to move to